Welcome to the second video. Well underway, putting this fella together, the stand. Plenty of bolts, nuts, lots of little fellas. The instructions, if anyone else happens to find one of these in the box, pretty good instructions. Give all the multiple pieces. You make sure everything's kind of in the right place. Like with many other projects like this, you don't really fully tighten any of these little fasteners kind of until you have everything assembled, purpose-built for this unit. I'm going to get this all assembled, and then also off the marketplace a few years ago, I was able to find some of these, a couple of these Delta Universal mobile bases. I got them for a very reasonable price. The nice gentleman that had them was curious as to what I would use them for, and I said, as of now, I have no idea. Obviously, one of them will be used for the new Ridgid planer. Alrighty, so we got this thing all together, hand tightened, looking pretty good. You want to put, anytime you're assembling something like this with all these pieces, you want to get it set up. I've got this work surface here on the table saw that's relatively level. Slowly wiggle and move everything together, get it kind of where it needs to be. Hand tighten all of the fasteners, and then go back with your wrench, socket, what have you, tighten everything up. Just slowly work your way around, hit all the areas, make sure you're keeping it kind of stable. I'll get this all tightened up, and then I'll get the mobile base ready underneath it, and we can mount the planer or see if we can't fire it up. So my workspace gets used for multiple things, so everything that I have kind of has to move around to accommodate vehicles coming in, and all that sort of thing. When your workshop is also the car shed. This is the Delta 50-345. I think these are still available. They're fairly nice. We've just got this lever on the end that moves that wheel. Put it up like that, the wheel comes up, and it's mostly not moving. So one of the neat features of this machine was that they had the little accessory toolbox right here on the side, and inside there's instructions on knife replacement, so that's always at hand. You don't necessarily need to keep the owner's manual handy, and then all the tools necessary. I can remove the tape. There we go. There's a, I believe it's an 8mm wrench. I'm not sure of the size of the Allen wrench, and then the little tool with the magnet and the hook end. That is to help with blade change. One little interesting tidbit. Here's the knob You actually have to remove the spinny wheel to assemble it to put the knob on. You just use the supplied Allen wrench that's over on the other side in the tool box. One of the nice features of this old Ridgid planer is something they called the Sure Cut. It's a lock on the cutter head. So when you've got it in place and you're ready to plane, you lock it into place. You move it over to the unlock side here. That allows you to move the head up and down. And when you're ready to run the machine in plane, you lock the head into place. And if you look inside there, you can see the lock mechanism locking it into place. Okay, the second-hand Delta mobile base. I've got the new stringers in it to match the stand of the planer. We'll do a little walk around here. Everything looks to be in good working order for this new old planer. Got it plugged in. And we'll give it our first fire up. Kind of noisy like all the reviews said. I'm going to crank the head back down. I got a little piece of pine, we'll run through it. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, we've got a piece of wood. It's just some pine from a past project. On this Ridgid, we have a little depth gauge. According to that, we're going to peel off about a 1/16 of an inch. I pull that out of there. I haven't done any adjusting on this at all as far as the tables and such. This is just out of the box. We'll feed this board in and we'll see what happens. Also, there's no dust collection hooked up. The dust hood is not on. Fire it up. Well, that's a mess. Not feeling any snipe. Well, I'm going to say overall, the planer adventure turned out pretty darn good. It's a new old planer. I think I got a good value. Seems to work very nicely, and I had a lot of fun getting it set up, making this little short film. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you stuck around for both parts, and thank you for watching. Till next time.